Tales from the road. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina. Look, I've caught up with Greg Wilson. What's going on, man?
We're just out promoting the Hercules Tire brand here at Griffin Tire, and just right outside of Charlotte on what would be the west side, and just doing a lot of promotion this week, heading into World Finals.
The Tire Store Tour of America continues, man.
Yeah.
You've got to know more about tire stores than any man on the planet.
Yeah, I know. I've learned a lot about tire stores and the business side of things and tires than I ever dreamt that I would have to. And but pretty cool. I mean, just like coming here today. This is the first time we visited one of their stores. That they have 3 locations on this side of town in the Charlotte area, and these guys have grown up around racing. Brad, one of the owners, he ran Bandoleros, and so things you learn, and we talking racing, and we've had a nice steady stream of people in here all day. Got to spend some time over at the Hercules headquarters in Huntersville, and had a great day yesterday, and just excited to get over to the World Finals now.
Finally get racing, that's for sure. Yeah, one of the guys was here talking a bit ago, and he mentioned his grandfather used to race with Ralph Earnhardt at Metrolina Speedway, which is the old dirt track here. It is amazing when you come to a town like Charlotte. Maybe the sprint car routes don't run deep, but the racing routes run deep, and when we all get down to it, we're all kind of racers, though.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, and we were at Knoxville for the All-Star weekend out there, and we were at the car wash, and a good friend of mine that I've raced with quite a bit, and then he owned a sprint car team, is Billy Wilburn.
Oh my God!
And he come wheeling in a minivan on a break from the NASCAR track out there in Newton, and I've never really been able to go through the shops or anything, and we got down here on Monday, and he took us through Junior Motorsports, and so thankful for the hospitality, and racing is relative. A lot of things that they do is relative to what we do, and vice versa, and but seeing some of the things business side just blew me away, and Charlotte's a very neat area for racing.
Junior Motorsports, a pretty impressive race shop, isn't it?
Yeah, it was really cool. I wish we could have spent a little more time there, and very down to earth.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
We walked in, and I called him, and he says, hey, tell Renee at the front desk to page me, blah blah blah. I'll come up and grab you and take you through. And walked in, and I said, well, are you Renee? I don't know anybody. And she says, well, no, my name's Kelly. Well, after we got to talking, I realized, and I was
Kelly,
like, oh, well, we started talking about her daughter, Carson, that's been running midgets, and I said, hey, I watched her at the Fort Con. Would you make Eldora? And but man, what great people. So thankful to get that opportunity, and it was really cool. And just talking about the racing. I mean, racing's relative. It don't matter if you got a go-kart, a sprint car, or a NASCAR. It's relative, and there's nothing like racing people.
Really, truly is. That's for sure. When we look at your season, you took a different route this year. You moved away from the world of outlaw NOS Energy sprint cars. You ran the All-Stars and some independent races. Assess what that was like, kind of returning home and getting back to a little bit more familiar territory in some instances.
Well, at the beginning of the year, we had so many rainouts.
Yeah, that's true.
We've talked about that, and that affected my team as much as anything, because we need to go race to get better.
Right, sure.
So we with doing the outlaw deal, I mean, I was burnt out. I mean, I feel better now, physically feel better,
Yeah.
Which our team's a little smaller than most of full-time teams, and but anyways, we kind of made some changes partway through the year, because I was getting some mechanical advice from some pretty good teams.
Sure.
So we made a change to J&J chassis, and it wasn't for really any other reason than the help that I was getting, and the advice that I was getting, which is much needed. I really need a mechanic. So when we did that, we started going pretty good, and then wrecked a couple times, and we kept running the car, and led up to the kind of the tail end of the year here, and we were going good, thought we could win some races, then struggled a little bit. Went home, took 2 weeks off, getting ready for Charlotte, build a new car, found some issues, frustrated, but that tends to happen in racing, and decided to get back on the track and finish up the year with our Hercules Tire team.
Returning to Charlotte, you've had one of your marquee moments was here at Charlotte. What's it like just coming back here? Do you relive that night when you stood at the top of the podium? Do you relive that? What's that like coming back to a track like this?
Well, I mean, damn, anytime you win a racetrack like that, I mean, you can't help but walk through there and know that it's a place that I go that you're automatically a little bit more confident. Like, hey, if I can cut down a good qualifying lap, which has always been a struggle for me, if we can get in the race, I feel like we got a shot. I mean, last year, World Finals, You know, they ran both shows on Saturday because of weather, and the day race, I mean, we ran from the back, and Ashley was about to take the lead and had some cautions and kind of gambled on tires a little bit, and it kind of bit us. We ended up, I think, 7th or something, but we had a shot of winning that race.
Yeah.
And so we tend to go pretty good here. But, you know, with the caliber of cars and the group that comes down here, and the amount of effort that goes in for the World Finals now, new cars, new motors, things like that, guys use it to, you know, finish off the year strong, but also look ahead a little bit to next year.
Sure.
I know there's some teams been out testing this week in the area.
Yeah,
You know, so we're kind of excited to see. We made some big changes. Ryder just built us a new engine to try,
Nice.
and you know, new J&J car, and we're trying some things, not only to hopefully be good here at Charlotte, but to help our team better for next year. And all that's because we've been able to kind of slow our pace down, come back,
Nice.
get some time in our shop, and spend the time making our program better. A good friend of mine, Doug Behrman, started his own shock business up, and he's been involved in the shock program for a long time. And since we've been home, he's really been able to work on that a little bit more. We've been able to try some things. If Charlotte doesn't go good, we got a game plan to go home for a couple weeks, try to get back down to the area and do some testing. So, you know, but all that wouldn't have happened to make a race team better on the racetrack if we didn't slow our schedule down. So it's been nice to be at home.
That is good. That is good stuff. Well, we can't wait to see you out there. You're going to join us on Wing Nation as well. We have shows Friday and Saturday at 3 o'clock out at the racetrack in the fan zone. Can't wait to talk to you on the big stage, and can't wait to see you on the big stage racing on the racetrack.
Yeah, hey, and all the fans out there, listen, make sure you go to MRN and enter to win those free tires. You know, we've been great partners representing the Hercules brand, and I know we're both grateful to get that opportunity to be a part of Hercules, and thanks to all the fans that support the brand and what we do.
Absolutely. That's HerculesTires.com/MRN. See you at the racetrack.
All right, thank you.
How about that? Greg Wilson here at Griffin Tire, selling tires and talking sprint car racing. Tales from the road here on Wing Nation.